Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have a lengthy one for you guys. Do let me know in the comments down below if you prefer shorter videos or longer ones, along with video ideas and requests. Today my bestie Amy is back in my chair. She definitely is familiar. You guys have seen her several times before. And guess what we are doing today? We are taking her brunette. She wants to try a low maintenance color which can help the wallet as well as the health of her hair. We have done everything under the sun with her hair. She's extremely spontaneous like me and wouldn't be surprised if by the time I'm editing this video, I have already received a text saying she wants to go back blonde. Once a blonde, always a blonde, that's for sure. So today I will be using my Ride or Die Lightener Goldwell Oxycur with 20 volume and a 16th ounce of the liquid gold Olaplex. For her Lowlight formula, I will be mixing up Redken Shades EQ 6N and the best shades color to fill, which is 6WG. I'll be using the thickening process solution. I love how this makes shades literally drip free. Alright, so today we are going to be doing what I like to call a foil conversion. There's many different routes you could take to get to the end goal with foil conversions. I like doing a full low light and then toning the blondes down at the end, but today we're going to do it a little bit differently. We are going to be doing one baby light highlight to one low light foil. This is going to darken her up quite a bit. But I also want to throw some baby lights in her hair so we can break some of that regrowth up. Even though we'll be smudging her, I am doing this. You guys will see how it all blends together at the end. For my foil placement today, I will be doing something I don't do very often here on my channel or very often in the salon at all, period. I will be doing a mohawk in the crown. Both sides will be horizontal, and in the back I'll have one big section and I'll be bricklaying 2 in the middle, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and repeat it all the way up to the top. I will do that all the way up to the back of her head until it gets narrow enough to just stay in the middle and keep working my way up horizontally. I have never been big into the mohawk placement with highlighting. I always loved going off the client's part and doing diagonal up the side, but lately I've been experimenting with new placements. I've been loving the mohawk placement for baby lights only. If I'm doing a traditional highlight, absolutely not. It will look so stripy and chunky, and you guys know that's not my style. But when done correctly, using very fine baby lights, it can be beautiful. I think you'll be seeing me do a lot of this placement in the next few months. Yeah, I really like it. So today I have decided to dedicate this entire video to lean towards in-depth foiling since that's the #1 thing fellow colorists ask me about daily. A few tips on making the highlighting process a lot easier are very, very crucial. I believe having the right tools is very important. Tools that you love working with will help speed up your foiling process as well. We all know as stylists that foiling, especially the blonding and all the new looks these days, they are very demanding and there's a lot of work that goes into them, and we all want to get our clients in and out as quickly as possible but still do a thorough job. If you guys have been supporting me for a while, you probably know I'm a huge fan of Goldwell color brushes as well as Framar. Goldwell has a large and a smaller one, and I love using both of them. Today I am doing a baby light retouch with my Lightener, and when I am doing more detailed work like this and don't want to drag too much product through my client's pre-lightened ends, the small Goldwell brush is my go-to. I also love using the smaller size for low lighting as well, so today I'm using both of them. Framar also has a bunch of different brushes and different sizes. They have the smaller ones, the Power Painter, which a lot of colorists love using for balayage. I find it's good for highlighting as well. They have the popular Big Daddy size, and the one that's my favorite are the regular average size ones. They have the best bristles, I swear. You'll notice me use Framar brushes a lot, mostly with color applications. Huh? Wow! Well, I'd say that was just luck. Moving on. Foils are very important as well. The more comfortable you are with your foils, the less slippage you'll get and better security. For new hairstylists, I do recommend, if you're coming out of beauty school or hair school, to use Framar foils. They literally have every single type of foil you can imagine. The pop-up ones and pre-cut embossed are the most popular ones, I do believe. I think the pop-up ones are great for a new stylist because they are a lot more of like a light embossed texture, and tend to stick very well and hold into place. If you do find yourself having too much slippage or bleeders and tiger stripes, the best option in my opinion would be the pre-cut heavy embossed ones, which you can get from Framar. They have even more thickness. Over time, I've noticed personally I've been working with flimsier, very thin foils and loving them a lot more. It's easier to pack a lot more in. The ones I'm using here are my favorite so far, and you can find them on Amazon. For 500 of them, you only pay around 13 bucks, which is amazing. And when you rip them in half like I do, you get double the amount, so that's 1,000 foils for 13 bucks on Amazon. You do the math. Me as a blonde specialist, I go through foils like water, and it adds up over time. If you add up all the math on money I spent throughout a year with foils, it's better to use these ones, and plus I love the texture and they're easier and cheaper. So I love Habit Salon and Hair by Chrissy so much. I am a Haircation member and I've learned so much from her and Marissa Sue. She used to work at Habit Salon as well. That's exactly where I was introduced to these foils. I also saw Chrissy always using a carbon weave comb without the metal, so I tried it thinking it would be harder, not easier, and I am totally blown away. I feel like I have so much more control and it helps me do my baby light stitch so much easier. Also, I like to draw my stitch right on the scalp of the client. I don't have to worry about cutting or scraping them with these, and I just love them. I can't say enough about them. So I did decide to let this clip play straight through without cutting or skipping anything, so you guys can see how I do foil. I did speed up the clip, however I am a quick foiler, and I truly believe that comes from practice and doing very small foils. A lot of stylists choose to take bigger sections, but in my opinion the smaller and finer the better. There are so many benefits, you guys. A few stylists I know say they think it's too much work, and I'm giving my clients low maintenance and it's hurting my business. And that could not be further from the truth. I'll touch on that in just a moment, but I did want to talk about something really quickly. If you have trouble when you're foiling and you want to get up to the root, the smaller sections are the best, but also use a board. I like Becky Miller's B board. I like to use the board right around the nape of the neck where the head curves in, and also right above the ear for the first 5 to 10 foils. It helps tremendously, so if you're having trouble foiling, use a board.
Feeling every spark, shock to my heart, see my blood rush running. Staring at my hands and making big plans. You and me started something, just to watch my mind go wild. A hurricane inside, tearing through my chest so loud. Can you hear my heart right now? This is bigger than a crush. Embers falling around me. Really think this could be love. Ooh, only one I'm thinking of. Always electrify me. Yeah, you really keep me up. All night. All night. All night. On my face to face, a high speed chase. Feel my blood rush running. Staring at your mouth, thinking all about if you know what you've done is just to watch my mind go wild. A pack I was inside, tearing through my chest so loud. Can you hear my heart right now? This is bigger than a crush. Embers falling around me. Really think this could be love. Ooh, only one I'm thinking of. Always electrify me. Yeah, you really keep me up. All night.
When foiling, some important tips are the following. The smaller, the finer, the better. Firstly, it will be easier and quicker to saturate, which saves so much time. That's one of the biggest things that tend to slow us down when foiling. The smaller baby lights get you closer to the root and help prevent bleeding and tiger stripes. Get down your bleach consistency that you like. The more comfortable your consistency is, the quicker you'll be. Don't be too little or too much. What I mean by that, with Lightener application, I see so many colorists, a soaking brush full of product or a brush that barely has any. I'm not joking. When picking up your product, take a little, you can always add more. Remember that. You want to saturate well, but not a bunch where it's coming out of the foil everywhere and becoming a mess. Watch and really pay attention to when I apply my product. Another huge time saver is very small sections. They tend to process way quicker. In the end, that saves us so much time. You know, when someone takes big chunky sections, no matter how much they saturate, it never lifts evenly, and when you take sections too big, you'll end up wanting to use 30 or 40 volume to help get that lift in there. That's a no-no. Nothing is worse and more damaging than 30 or 40 volume. I tend to use 20 and below always, because with smaller sections, that is all you need. It ends up keeping their hair healthier. When foiling, you'll probably notice I make the lip behind my foil, and I recommend this. It's very important to have a lot of tension on your client's hair for two reasons. One, we don't want the foils to slip, and two, it keeps the highlight touch up as close as possible without having any bleeding. Now watch closely as I do my next foil. I do my baby light, I stitch it, I apply my foil, always holding really strong tension. I apply my product, I work about an inch down and make my way up. You don't want to start right at the top of the foil. That's asking for trouble. Turn your brush sideways if you need to blend in on those corners or anything like that without having too much product leak over. I then fold once almost all the way, and then again I overextend it, and then I end up taking my weave comb and then pushing in underneath that lip, which ends up tightening my foil. I see people 90% of the time take and make a lip forward, but that is asking for trouble if you ask me, because if you slip, you're in trouble. All you need to do with the kind of way I do it is literally extend your comb underneath that lip and retighten. I hope all that makes sense. If not, then let me know and message me and I can help you understand it a little bit better. Now back to what I was saying about stylists saying I'm hurting my business just a short time ago. I have found the better of a job I do and the amazing lived-in low maintenance looks I do create, the more loyal my clients are. A lot of fellow stylists I know always tell me don't do that many foils, don't do a root shadow, and so on, but I can't help that I want to give the best to my clients. Yes, I totally understand that giving my clients looks that can last 6 to 12 months is actually allowing them to not come in as much, but I have found my clients appreciate all the work I put in, and my client retention is 99%. I find they'll remain loyal forever and send me tons and tons and tons of referrals. So what I'm saying here, guys, is don't be lazy, do good hair. You want to do the best for your client. You want to give that extra foil. You want to do that extra root shadow. You want to give that extra leave-in treatment. You want to put the hard work in, because in the end, yeah, they're not coming in as much, but when they do come, they spend larger amounts of money, and they will come forever, if not a long, long time. Remember, at the end of the day, guys, business is business, but nothing's wrong with becoming friends with your clients. I built my brand and amazing relationships with every single last one, but I also know how to keep it professional and not let them take advantage. Remember, no matter how good your hair results are, 80% of the time your clients are coming in to see you. You can see just how fine my sections are and how fine my baby light stitch is. It looks like I'm slicing, but if you look closely, you can tell I'm weaving. Most of you stylists will probably say it's ridiculous how small these sections are, but look how close to the root I'm getting. Look how easy it is to saturate, and I'm using just 20 volume and keeping her hair healthy. As I mentioned a little earlier, I am taking Amy to the brunette side to get her hair a little healthier and give her wallet a little bit of a break, but I am doing one baby light to one baby low light throughout the entire head. What this is going to do, it's touching up her regrowth, and when we do take her darker, it will be refreshed at the base and it will all come together. Her ends are already light enough, we will be darkening her, so when I touch the regrowth, I don't bring the product down any further than I need to, and then I kick the ends out of the foil and fold up to protect them from hitting the lightener. So now we are wrapping up her foiling portion of this session, and now there is a second step I'm going to add. I want her root area to blend seamlessly with hers, and she is a natural level 5, so I will be root smudging her. However, when I root smudge my clients, I always do what I like to call a paint between. That's where I take a concoction and apply it between every single foil. Depending on the look you are trying to achieve will determine how low that you bring that paint between down. Me, I'm going to stagger them between 2 and 3 inches. What this will do is avoid any harsh lines from developing. Very blended looks are my style, you guys, you know that, so I always go out of my way to make sure there's no chance of a harsh line. For her paint between formula, I will be using shades EQ, of course, mostly 5N with 1/4 of 5G, just so that there's warmth, so when we touch the blonde, if it does hit it, it will fill it and it will not turn green. Let me know below if you guys want an in-depth video going over filling. I would love to do one for you guys if that's something you want to see. So when I am doing a foil conversion, anytime I'm adding depth throughout the ends and the base, I always, and I mean always, use a darker color on the base than I do the low light formula. You guys write this pro tip down: never ever 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 make the root or base area lighter than the ends. That's a huge no-no, you guys. You always want that base to be darker, even if it's a half a level. Let the base be darker and the ends be lighter. The sun naturally lightens our hair on the mids and ends, and the base is always darker and almost a mute tone when it first grows out, so make sure you guys remember that pro tip from me. You can thank me later on.
Spark, shock to my heart, see my blood rush running. Staring at my hands and making big plans. You and me started something just to watch my mind go wild. A hurricane inside, tearing through my chest so loud. Can you hear my heart right now? This is bigger than a crush. Embers falling around me. Really think this could be love.
So after I applied the paint between, she processed around 20 to 25 more minutes. Amy's hair always pulls so well for me. That was a total of 45 minutes that she processed with the lightener and the low light. So since I used 5N 5G on her base for the paint between, I am now using shades EQ 5N 5NA and doing a root smudge. This will be sure to cool everything down. When doing a smudge, I always use a teardrop technique, which is where I bring it down further at the crown and the back and higher around the face.
Face, a high-speed chase. Feel my blood rush running. Staring at your mouth, thinking all about if you know what you've done it. Just to watch my mind go wild. A pack of wolves inside, tearing through my chest so loud. Can you hear my heart right now? This is bigger than a crush. Embers falling around me. Really think this could be love. All night.
guys, another thing I want to mention is when doing a foil conversion like this, please tell your client several times to trust the process, because for a blonde, this process can look very, very scary and terrifying. With Amy, I did one low light to one highlight, and look how dark it appears here. So imagine what a full low light would have looked like. All my colorists out there, when doing this technique, don't worry yourself or second guess anything, because this can be intimidating. It was for me the first time I ever did it as well. Just remember 50% of the hair was left out, so there's plenty of blonde left over to play with. It just appears very, very dark because of that drastic change with the low light. And the hair is wet as well. Also remember, it's extremely important to make sure Olaplex number 2 or a deep conditioning mask is on the ends when doing this. You guys know by watching my videos, I always have Olaplex number 2 on the mids and ends when root toning. Playing with these dark colors and needing to comb through to ensure a good blend is crucial. So make sure you aren't shy with the deep conditioning mask or Olaplex number 2, because it will help protect that hair. The porous ends will suck that color right up.
Feeling every spark, shock to my heart, see my blood rush running. Staring at my hands and making big plans. You and me started something just to watch my mind go wild. A hurricane inside, tearing through my chest so loud. Can you hear my heart right now? This is bigger than a crush. Embers falling around me. Really think this could be love.
You guys, we made it through 21 minutes and 55 seconds and still counting. If you made it all the way to this point, you are a true Brett Ryan supporter, and I love you guys. Amy's finally a brunette. We will see how long it lasts. I have done her hair many, many times, and we did record a few of them. All the videos we've done prior are linked down below in the description box. Go check them out. I think this color and tone complements her features so well. What do you guys think? Also, guys, I'm going to start posting a little bit more than once a week here on my YouTube channel. I want to see what videos you guys want me to do. Leave them in the comments down below. Give me some ideas. I want to make sure I'm putting the content out you guys want to see. Also, let me know if you like longer videos like this one or shorter like I used to do. As always, thank you guys so much for all your love and continued support. You guys are the reason I do this YouTube channel. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Give me a big fat thumbs up. It helps put my videos out there in the algorithm for others to see. Let's grow this family tree. As always, until next time, guys, so long for now.
All night.